But, Mr. Chairman and Ranking Member Stabno, I want to say that it's with great pleasure that I get to introduce to you into this committee Steve Censky, who is nominated for the #2 position, Deputy Secretary at USDA. And I know that my colleague, Senator Klobuchar, will claim him because he is a Minnesotan, but like so many people from western Minnesota, he saw the value of an education from South Dakota State University. Go Jackrabbits. So, but Steve and I go back to the mid-1980s when we both served on the staff of South Dakota Senator Jim Abner, and I'm sure that more than 30 years ago, as staff in the U.S. Senate, we would not have imagined that we would both be here again today and both very engaged in U.S. agricultural policy. But I will tell members of the committee that Steve and I sat across from each other in the office, in the Senate office, and I always watched with great interest how he handled what was a very difficult economic time in agriculture, a time of great crisis, with great patience, diplomacy, empathy, and knowledge, and helped shape policies that made agriculture at that time more survivable for our farmers and ranchers in South Dakota and across the country. And that was a difficult time, and these are difficult times on the farm, Mr. Chairman. And so, in my opinion, Steve couldn't be a better choice for Deputy Secretary at USDA, as his entire background has been focused on so many diverse areas of the agriculture industry. Growing up on a farm in southwestern Minnesota, Steve later graduated from South Dakota State University, as I mentioned, with a general agriculture and animal science degree, received a postgraduate degree from the University of Melbourne. He's no stranger to USDA, as he has served as the Ag Marketing Service, the International Affairs and Commodity Programs Undersecretary Office, and as Foreign Agriculture Service Administrator. Most recently, as has been mentioned, Steve has served as the CEO of the American Soybean Association beginning in 1996 to the President. Mr. Chairman, my comfort level is not in not only writing the next Farm Bill, but in that Farm Bill being successfully implemented by USDA is much greater with Steve partnering with Secretary Perdue in leadership at USDA. Sonny Perdue, in just a few months as USDA Secretary, has proven that he has the leadership skills to face the challenges of today's agriculture. And with Steve Censky at his side, USDA will be even more prepared to provide this committee with the assistance we need in writing the next Farm Bill, as well as covering the broad scope of research, trade, and regulatory issues facing U.S. agriculture. Mr. Chairman, I am very proud today to not only introduce but to strongly support Steve Censky as the next Deputy Secretary of USDA. Agriculture has not just been Steve's profession, it has been his passion and way of life from his childhood on, and I can think of no one better to work at this level of USDA for the farmers and ranchers of this country and to help me support my home state, South Dakota's #1 industry, agriculture. Mr. Chairman, I yield back and thank you.
I thank